guys, welcome to the first episode of Her Perspective. On this podcast, we're just going to be talking about controversial topics and how us ourselves see them. And, anybody can chime in and let us know how y'all see it. We like the feedback. But I guess we can start off by introducing ourselves. My name is Jaynah. I am 25 years old. Very introverted, barely go out. Literally went out for the first time like last week to enjoy the nightlife or whatever. But it was actually pretty fun too. But I'm more of an introverted person, so my view on things is going to probably be a little bit different. But yeah.
I am Nesha. My name is dear Nesha, but I go by Nesha. I prefer to be called Nesha. I am 24 years old. I don't know what I consider myself. I feel like I have introvert tendencies. Well, technically, there is something called an ambivert, which is both. But I feel like I personally lean more toward extrovert. Like, I am talkative. I also, though, prefer to be at home. I prefer to be reading a romance book in my bed or watching something romantic or anime or something. But I feel like my perspective would probably be definitely everywhere. I feel like us three together is like perfect because we all will bring diverse perspectives to this, definitely. Whether we're introvert or not, I feel like we all have like this very open-minded type of personality. All three of us definitely
agree.
But yeah, that's me.
Hey y'all, I'm Jeanne, aka Nene. I am 22 and I'm definitely an introvert, but I am an extrovert around people I'm comfortable with. So family is a completely different person than around work people or just people I don't know. Two different Nenes.
But today we have a bunch of different topics we thought we would get into. It would probably be more like a rapid fire type of episode where we just kind of like
throw out different questions.
Yeah, and just dig into them because I know we can just probably sit here and talk about one topic over for a long time. So yeah, let's see. I feel like it would be so amazing if everybody had the same mindset as to like being intrigued by different ethnicities and their cultures and stuff like that. Like actually being open-minded about it. Like, hey, so what is Cinco de Mayo actually about? Like, why do y'all celebrate this? I think it's interesting too, or just when I'm talking about family events and how my family is, and people are talking about their family events and how their family cooperate together. It's like, it's also interesting to
very interesting. Yeah,
and it would be so amazing if the whole world thought like that, like just was interested in cultures, and then that was just that. But if you disagree to like somebody, just that person.
Right. Don't put it on the whole, the whole race.
But everybody, everybody that's black or everybody that's white or everybody that's Hispanic, they all have this same type of like personality just because you were, I don't know, hurt by somebody in the past of this ethnicity or whatever it is.
Or if it's just like to get ahead. Some people just want to get ahead so they do something out of, you know what I mean? Like,
I feel like racism never ever made sense to me. Even which racism way back in the day was different now, which I'm learning in history today about how it was all based on like money. That was the main draw for it because the cotton was the main thing. They needed somebody to be able to get high production going on, and they couldn't do it themselves
without having to pay.
And
free labor.
To them, white men did not need to be getting their hands dirty. They were supposed to be spending their time doing better things. So they need somebody else to get that stuff going.
Yeah.
So I can see why it was them. But when it became Jim Crow law times then, where it was like black people only can go to this fountain, white people only, that's when
I felt like we started being too high in population, and now they gotta.
Yeah, what is that about? Where did that come from, and how did that keep going for so long?
Yeah,
I'm gonna chime in here. So you guys said racism came to money, right? It all came down to. Did you know why Oklahoma has a panhandle? The panhandle used to be part of Texas, and Texas was a slave state, and so with the 3/5 compromise, it was that line, right? Not the 3/5 compromise. No, it was the Louisiana Purchase, like that imaginary line to distinguish between which were slave states, which were free states. Well, Texas said, well, Oklahoma can have this part because they didn't want to become a free state. So now we have that panhandle. Because of that. But also when it comes to racism, I think it looks different for everybody. I was just talking about this with someone else. In Africa, when you're around people who looks like you, when the majority of your country is black, you probably won't experience racism.
Yeah.
You'll be experiencing stuff like colorism. So I think it really just depends on what your definition of like race is. Is it like a societal or a social structure, like just to distinguish between different groups, to like to what was I saying? Just I don't know where I was going with that. But basically, what's your definition of race, and then that can give you an opinion on racism.
And I think too, do you think that makes it be more like just a character flaw in people? Just like a whole, like, people are just, like, it's like everybody is insecure themselves and it just bleeds on people, like trying to create these categories, and everybody have to fit in these categories out loud. Like, and it has to be vocalized who doesn't fit. Who's like falling out, why you're falling short, why you can't be in this category. Do you think that's like, it stems into racism too? Don't you think that's like something too, like where they're like, you lack this and this is why, and one of the main reasons you lack it is because the skin or the shade of your skin, the tint of it. Don't you think that like that bleeds into like, that's like a character flaw within? I feel like it bleeds everywhere you look is somewhere. And social media is crazy on social media. Definitely, because you see how most people have like shapes, and you see them go far, and you constantly see them in every like commercials. I see them on Fashion Nova. You're just getting on here getting jeans, and most of them are skinny. Or you see, like all of this type of stuff that mostly is praised.
That the world like defines what a beautiful person or a superior person or I
feel like if we all had that mindset to just accept people as they were, just like how I was saying before, if we were just curious and just understood, and we were all just welcoming and just accept everybody as they were, a lot of the issues that we deal with today as a whole country or the world even would be like resolved and wouldn't even be as disgusting as it is.
Yeah.
I feel like another thing we could talk about too is about beauty standards too, like how we're just talking about like how hard it is to live as a woman in this world where we live with these beliefs, or like
it's like I don't want to say rules, but like a not even agenda, but really it's like once somebody in a higher spot or the spot that somebody wants to be in likes a certain thing, now they all like that certain thing. So, Jay-Z got Beyonce, now everybody got to be Beyonce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like...
And it's like the whole world is like that too, and then we all held to Beyonce standards now, and it's like they tally marking it, and then it's insane to me too when it's like people who don't fall to those standards, and they okay with that, and they in their own world, and they post it on they social media and stuff, and then you got people coming to attack them because they popping, and they in everybody's eyes right now. People attacking them and making it known like, oh, you do not stand for Beyonce's law. And let me tell you why, and all this, and then they in their world chilling. And what if they already dealing with their own stuff? They
happy
already
in their skin, and posting was also boosting their confidence.
Yeah,
and now you getting on here just to break them down
because I think that's also insane
because you can't feel comfortable in your own skin, so I shouldn't either. And
it's always somebody who's also fighting with being comfortable in their own skin. Which is already an issue.
Which probably they got people in their ear telling them that you're not good enough, so they feel like they got to go spread that news to everybody else too.
And it's really easy too. I feel like social media definitely. I have like a hate against social media. I feel like social media is definitely beneficial in several ways. So much information, endless information on social media. You can definitely use it to your advantage. But I feel like at the same time, it's awful. Like it's so much bad stuff on there. I feel like most people forget that social media is definitely fake. A lot of people get on here. Like I just pulled up my phone. I just cracked the Smile open and started recording. And then you got somebody who's on here beat down. I got a lot going on in my life. I already don't feel pretty. I feel I got this man that's making me feel even worse. I got my parents is already making me feel bad too. I'm financially going through, or whatever the case may be. And then you get on social media to try to get away. And then you're comparing yourself to somebody who just picked up their phone and made their page perfect for you, presentable. Let's say that. It doesn't show the dark parts of their life. They just started recording. You just watching Jay-Z's music videos, or you just watching Drake's music videos, but you didn't see Drake's struggles. You didn't see the pains and the sweat he had to go through, and the times where he was actually fighting to get to, the actual.
Can go into like celebrities and how they're human.
Yeah.
Why do we see them as not? Like, why do we see
like kings and queens?
Right.
They still bleed and they still make mistakes, and we just get to see it on. We get to see it live. Like everybody else making mistakes in their life.
And
privately.
we're so quick to be like, ready to shut them down over one mistake that they did in their life.
And it do be like crazy mistakes.
Ready to make them live off the streets. Like, like, man.
It do be stuff that's like insane, but I feel like even if it's years from now, a lot of people online and stuff will still be like, ain't this the one who just got pulled over around DUI 2 years ago? Like,
well, only remembering the bad stuff.
But
man,
he also went to that community and gave this and that. But I feel like the world kind of strives off of negativity a lot, and it's really easy to do that.
As a content creator, as someone that posts on YouTube and see the things that people comment, it is just so impressive because they don't even have a profile picture. This person just put themselves out to y'all. And you coming on here with no face, no name, talking all this stuff on how they never gonna be nobody, retire early.
Let me see somebody on your page.
It's just like, exactly.
Let me see that.
How are you so much better than this person that you getting on here talking like that?
People always just like pointing out the negative or arguing. That's why my video went viral, because like nobody was gonna be okay with me calling it fried taco.
Wait, what happened? What happened?
It had so many different names. What, mimosas?
Yeah, so the whole reason the video went viral is because everybody was saying, no, it's not a fried taco, it's this. Nobody can agree on what to call it. It was a huge argument in the comments. So people love commenting. If they see something, everything can be great about the video, but they point out that one, even if it's the smallest thing, they comment that one negative thing that, or what they would have did differently.
Easiest way to go viral, post something that people can argue about. It's gonna be everywhere.
I feel like you should still be like proud though, because it can catch the right eye. Somebody out here, everybody don't got that,
And somebody can make a good point in them comments. So can't
somebody
say that.
is actually like, I like the way she's cooking. I'm gonna make this tonight for my kids or something. Somebody out there. And I feel like we gotta keep that in mind too. It's really hard to, because these people who's negative is so loud. Just like I'm saying, like the world thrive off of negativity. Negativity do be loud. It do, for some reason, it hold more weight than like somebody being like, oh, that was such a nice video. It's like, oh, thank you. And then somebody be like, oh, the background was dirty. You're like, I got to clean the background next time.
What's easier to laugh at? You're beautiful or your house dirty?
Your house dirty. I bet you got roaches back there.
I don't know who came up with the saying, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words never hurt. Because that is a lie. Words hurt. Okay?
Yeah, you use them in the right order.
They really be.
Use them in the right order.
Use them in the right order. I'm telling you, I'm thinking about it for days.
For real.
I'm thinking about it for days. That is really a big one. I feel like that's the main thing I'm learning these days is working on like words, because you really. I know that actions is really like what you should pay attention for people, because I can sit here and say stuff all day and then my actions could prove it, and my actions could be seen quicker than my words. But I feel like words too though, like you gotta watch what you say to people.
That's hard too, because you can be thinking what I'm finna say can help them, but they take it wrong. So it's like you gotta learn how to talk to certain people, because everybody ain't gonna take the same thing the same way. So it's like you gotta kind of switch up. Like, get that different voice when you're on the phone with the
what do they call it? A code switch. Yes. That's me at work. I'm just talking to somebody and I'm thinking, can I help you? But it's like, I feel like that really helps too, because you never know what somebody going through. You just stepping into one piece of their chapter. Today they might be seeming beamful and happy, but you really, truly don't know.
Could probably just see him and being full and happy for you. Probably just smiling for you.
That joy that you definitely can see it in the smile, or it's contagious. That's what I'm learning too. Stuff is contagious,
especially when it seems genuine and real and warm. Definitely
contagious. Oh, I know it. That's gonna be contagious. Let's see what another. Or you go for one of your questions, because you got yours more.
Okay,
down
let's see.
And organized.
Okay, let's get back into just an example, us being women. Why do we have to pay for pads, especially high prices? Why do we have to do that? So really the question is, why do we have to pay for stuff that we need? That could be car insurance, even though That's because you need money to fix stuff that's broke, so that makes sense. But
somebody gotta
like,
get paid in the end.
My best example is pads.
Yeah, I feel like that really do run because didn't nobody ask for this. I didn't ask,
right?
And if I could give it away, I wholeheartedly would give it away. I would give it away.
I don't know. I think I could be wrong. Somebody fact check me, but I think in other countries where capitalism isn't like a thing, they probably have free, feminine products. But since we are in a capitalistic society, yes, we are expected to work and pay for our own things.
I mean, work,
even if other if men are going through it.
Okay, but if we can get medicine through like insurance and stuff, why not? If we could get medicines and stuff,
somebody
medicine and stuff through insurance, why not?
Yeah.
Like sanitary products
in bathrooms, public restrooms and stuff
for free.
Because
you know what? I think some bathrooms, like at the casino, I don't even think you have to put a quarter in there. I think and that's why they're always out. It's because you can't get them for free.
Interesting.
But I think it's just certain places.
You have to keep in mind too that there's a lot of homeless people, which is, I know that situations get people in tough spots like that, but sometimes you financially can't even add that to your list of stuff, but you have to bleed. You can't be like, hey, can we not do it this time? I can't get the pads. I can't get the tampons. Calm down as I bleed this. I can't get the ibuprofen. They already have to sit out here all day and have to bleed too and cramp without the medication that we all have. I really think that would be so freaking helpful to have that stuff free and accessible. That would be so cool. Because it's not, we didn't ask to be bleeding and to reproduce. I mean, but since it's like your body is, what am I trying to say? Like, you're getting in trouble by your body for not
getting pregnant. Yes.
Your body is like
I never looked at it that way.
Death is due. You got to fake death. You didn't reproduce. What are you out here doing? You got one task to do.
So it's either be on your period cramping or carry a child
for 9 months,
and then after that.
And that's even insane. Yes. That's even insane. All of it is insane. Okay. This is one that I'm a little passionate about is why do people get on social media with all these big, what am I trying to say? Like, not achievements, more so like, what's flexing about? Why is that such a... I feel like I understand getting something and you're real happy about getting it and you like... You want to show it off, but some things I
feel like it's become habit. I feel like it's become a thing that you do when something happens, post it on social media.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the best thing to do though.
In some cases,
some of them people is like, who to rob today? Oh, new house. Okay.
And where are you at? You got your location up here. You got the whole location where you at right now with what you just got.
Man.
And then y'all be so loud where everywhere y'all going, they can keep up. You on Snapchat with the low at the bottom. And they like, okay, I'm right down the street from there, actually.
You took a picture and they know that spot. Oh, I know that corner.
I know where you at. Is this where you live? Is your house in the area over there? I just think flexing... I think I'm thinking more of like a single woman and you trying to shoot your shot. I'm going to your page and you flexing. I'm adding that to my list of cons. It's like, what happens when we both got something? You're gonna be flexing that too. It's something I'm not really flexy myself, and I just think I see definitely flaws in flexing. Big like big stuff. Like you got a new charger and you flexing with it every chance you get. Why did you have to flex it though? You just got it at the lot just now. I get it though. If it was your first little charger though, I get it. But I just think sometimes it's not necessary to.
Yeah.
I think privacy can get you so really, really far. I think that's what I'm trying to get at is being private has so many what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? It benefits you in so many ways being private and making big moves. Because there's people watching you. And then whether you want to or not, I know there's a lot of people be like, you say you got ops, you say you got haters, you ain't got no haters. But somebody hating on you. You in somebody's group chat getting clowned. And so I feel like whether you want to believe it or not, that there's somebody listening to you, there's somebody watching your every move. And it's like it's just safer to just be private and get your blessings and get your trials and tribulations and stuff like that, and privacy. I
and
know
let the people that around you know what you got. You know, like let them see it. You don't gotta.
I do also believe in touching people. How you did, like, what did Jacob say? In touch the people how you did, like, before. I do believe that. Like, I do believe in, like, telling your testimony. That is like. But sometimes somebody has got their notepad out on your moves on social media because you're trying to look good for the girlies or the guys, or so you trying to let them know you got it. Trying to let them know you got this new watch, every move you got. Somebody like, okay, like he always got it.
Like we was talking about earlier, trying to be what other people want you to be,
trying
to be,
world. Trying to fit the standards that the world. And that's another thing too when it comes into standards. It's like we all trying to fit into the table. I'm trying to make sure I fit at the table and that everybody at the table will appreciate me. Which I feel like they was talking about the immunity. That's a big thing. We get around people and we got to make sure they all respect me and think so I have to make sure my stuff is fashionable and stuff like that. But who said? Who said? You know, I've been thinking about that lately about how people be saying like at 24 I got to be moved out. I got to have this and that. Who said? If
if that's you
saying
it, comparison is saying it,
then I understand. But if you saying that because other people was looking at you and thinking that, then
I'm just saying, don't put the world standards on you to make you feel bad about where you at. Your journey is your journey, you know. And I've been thinking lately. Every time I'm starting to put the world standards on myself, I'd be questioning like, where did this stem from?
Why do you wanna?
Who said that we had to do that? Where did and just because, and then I'm trying to unlearn those things that the world was like, you gotta do that. Because who said I had to do that? Just because I'm a woman, I gotta
have a child and get married.
Just because I'm a woman, I have to do that. Just like, that's another one that's coming up that we was gonna ask was, do you have to, or is it possible to be financially single
woman and financially stable? Is that possible?
Do you see with, because like a lot of women, and we coming from way back when where women was fighting to get out the house, fighting to get out the house. Y'all be seeing those TikToks where they like, who was it that was
they're like, who did that? Why would you do that?
Can we work? Who said that?
What you did to us? What you did?
Because look, I'm sweating. I'm tired.
You go, girl, but why us too?
So do y'all think that it's possible to be financially stable? And I'm talking, what do we mean financially stable too?
Okay.
Yeah.
You can pay your rent and your bills and your food and let's just say you can live life financially, like not
financially comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. Without any help by yourself. I think it's very possible.
As a single lady.
Yeah, it's very possible. But some people is not made that way. Some people feel like I would like somebody to help me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would like to stay home and clean the house and watch the kids and be taken care of.
Which
that's just
definitely to each their own.
Yeah.
But I think it's possible. I think it definitely take a lot of self-control. Not self-control, I think it take a lot of
discipline,
self-discipline. Like you gotta save. You gotta save. It's just you by yourself buying all of that, paying the bills, buying the food, buying tissue and stuff like that.
You got furniture in your house, you bought it.
Furniture,
you know what I'm saying? Like all of
that
it.
by yourself. It definitely take.
There's benefits to it. For sure there's benefits to it. Ain't nobody ever kicking you out. You know what I'm saying? So
no arguing.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff is where you want it to be. Stuff is made the way you want
I think a lot, specifically black women, I think a lot of black women are already doing that. And that's why when a black man comes into the house and it's time for him to start taking care of stuff, it's hard for her to let go of that because she's been independent for so long. So yes, I think we're already seeing that.
I think, but going into that, any relationship has to have compromise. So if she's by herself, then of course she can do what she wants. But if she is trying to bring a man into the house, then compromise.
Oh yeah,
which is I never even sat and thought about like how a woman coming from independence like a long time.
Oh.
It's hard to let somebody else
come in
take control of that.
You can cook. I already cooked. I can clean for you. I already cleaned. That's on my list to do. I've never thought about the switch over from that. But you always can see somebody who's dependent always being dependent. You never think about the switch over from that. But I do. Dependent
to independent. I mean, yeah, I can't say I have either.
Which is that's like I think too. That's another topic I'm passionate about is a single mother and about how that can affect children and how character building what am I trying to say? That influences character in a kid growing up too. I feel like anything can influence a character. Like, everything you go through is going to influence your character in whatever way you will allow it to.
Yeah.
But I think that single homes, you can see the extra strength that a mother picks up, or the extra that she put on her back to like. And I've been thinking like,
I mean, it's already got to be hard working and taking care of kids. That's 2 jobs.
do you know how
That's 2 jobs.
Full-time jobs.
you be thinking about how you about to get? I'll be thinking about you as a single mom, but how was you getting in the shower and stuff and you got kids down here? I gotta wait till you go to sleep to
Kids
go
sitting in the bathroom right outside the tub.
right. Like, you have no personal
Yeah.
That's like strict, right? Like you really, it's not even just you no more. It's
No.
I'm hungry. I gotta make sure I make him a sandwich though, because
Once
he
you
don't like
have
what I eat. It's extra stuff now.
Yeah, once you have a child, there ain't no more you.
Yeah, it's
just
us.
they.
It's you.
Yeah.
It's you. It's you. Actually, it's barely me. It's you, maybe me. Because even when it's you, even when you make them that certain little thing for them, when it's you, your sandwich now, it's still them coming for your sandwich. So it's like really just them. I think that's the same. I'll be thinking about that too when they come to have kids. Like
Why?
I have to break you off a piece. It's just, I'll be thinking about that too. Like the real strength that go into a mama.
And then not even mentioning like postpartum and stuff, like all of that.
The real mental.
Don't let them go through it alone. Yeah.
Actually having to carry kids.
For humans, it was not meant for one person to raise a child. I don't think.
Definitely see that, and then not only in the physical labor, also into the growth of them, like the actual mental stuff, seeds you trying to plant into them.
Even decisions. One person can't make a decision for another person's life by themselves. You need some kind of input. You know what I'm saying?
I be thinking about that. I be thinking too about how insane that is that a woman is sitting here creating body parts. Like I'm, like y'all I'm creating lungs and
everything.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
A whole new human being. And then that I'll be totally like forgetting that the man had to deliver the first blow. Like the seed came from them. I forget about that. I really just be like,
I mean,
the beauty of
that's it.
Thanks for that. That's it. But I had to carry it, push it out, my back hurt,
Feed it.
all that, and then I had to deal with the effects after the kid, and they just that was it.
When you gonna wash the dishes?
That's it.
Oh,
Did you cook? You have to really think about the real strengths that go into a woman. I really think that definitely, but I won't discredit a man either.
Especially when that's there. And
going to
doing
work
the
and
thing.
actually raising kids too, because kids is bad. They are hard to raise because these are human beings with their own decisions and they trying to make. They swear they know everything. I really be thinking about it these days, like watching these shows and stuff where kids actually be in high school thinking they grown. Like, and I have to be the mama. I have to be the one to tell you like that's not right, but you think that's right.
And then you start to understand what your mama was saying.
Yeah, like
I was your age once.
And then
you start to understand that.
It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff now where I'm like, Mama Mason.
I get it now.
It's like I understand.
Mama always said, I'll say this today to my little sisters. That Mama always said, after high school, all it is work. I kid you not. I promise. Ever since I walked across the stage, I've been clocking it since. I've been swiping my card since. That's all I've been doing. Feet hurting. It's always been since the mindset since been what's next. It's been money. That's it. It all changes from there. As soon as you graduate, the whole thing changes. So I feel like the things I be trying to drill to my sisters now, or every teenager I come across, is like, what you finna do? And everybody always say that. In high school, I was tired of people asking me what I wanted to do. I was like, bro, I don't know. I'm just trying to finish this.
And guess what? I knew what I wanted to do. Still didn't do it.
Is the life, and I be trying to tell them that too.
The whole thing switched. The whole thing switched.
That
I used to be wanting to be a veterinarian.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I said that when I was growing up. And
are you still interested in animals today?
I mean, I love animals, but I just can't see myself being a veterinarian. Like I can't see it. Like I don't like, like in the hospital room, surgery and stuff on animals. That's never really what I wanted to do.
But if you could find a position that you were just cuddling animals,
like something like that is what I wanted to do. I don't know if there's that type of job out there, bro.
There has to be somebody that's just putting animals to sleep,
just rocking
chilling
animals
with animals.
Maybe like a zoologist, maybe?
Something. You got to get right into maybe you have to start from, you do have to be in those rooms though at
Probably,
first.
huh?
You got to stick them at first, bro. And then you can pedal.
Chill, bro.
Yeah. They got to hate you first because you sticking them with needles and stuff first. But yeah, that's definitely something I be trying to, I'm definitely one of those people that I was annoyed of when I was in high school. That was always like, oh my God, I'm tired of people asking me what I want to be when I get older. Like, it's already stressful enough in high school, but I'm definitely those people now where it's like, what are you going to do? Or do you plan to go to college? Or, because now I know that working in retail do be like not enough.
Oh, man.
It don't be enough.
Not at all. Not for the work you putting in.
And we were just talking about that earlier about how people come to retail and drop off their emotions to you.
Drop off everything and say, all right, thanks. Like you a therapist. Like, why don't you just leave everything here and just leave?
You got to give kudos to these people.
I came in like this and leave like the Sims characters. How they be walking when they tired. Like, dang.
Bar all the way down.
Yeah, all the way.
Because several people then came in and dropped off their load to you.
It's, yeah. Man.
Definitely. I definitely can see it, the real world that Mama was always trying to tell me to get ready for. You're not ready for the real world. I was not ready. Still not ready. Not right now. I'm trying to run
I don't even know if getting ready for the world is something you can actually do. I don't even think that's something you can do because there's always going to be something new. Especially how much the world is changing. It's always going to be something
I think
new.
that's the beauty in life, is live and learn.
Yeah, true.
You get tired of living and learning at a point. But life didn't say you it ain't gonna let up on you. That's all I'm saying. It's just gonna be like, well, I got another lesson for you when you're ready.
As soon as you think stuff is like, oh, everything's better. It's gonna be something else
to bump you when you're ready.
But hey, just always remember, you got to where you are now. You can keep going.
Definitely was a point where you was like, how am I gonna get out of this? And you got out of it. So you back in that conundrum. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right.
Or something happened to you, like, how does get back?
I seen a picture on Facebook, and you know how it says life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. It was a picture of this guy with his head down. He was just exhausted and had the lemons and the lemonade on their side, and then these lemons is just shooting out of this dispenser, knocking him while he's like just knocked out. He tired of making lemonade out of lemons. Like, when am I gonna get a break? Come on.
Tired of making it lemonade. Can I get a new flavor?
Really, like, come on now.
I'm exhausted. Yeah, I'm
exhausted, man.
I definitely get that. Especially, and then it sucked too because we just in the early phases. Somebody always being like, "You tired? You just start." And somebody always remind me.
Don't remind me.
Are you kidding?
Do not remind me.
I'm tired now. I've been talking to lately endlessly about how we trying to balance all these things out. I'm trying to keep my health together, trying to go to school, trying to go to work, trying to make sure I pay these bills. My skin looking bad. I want to try to implement skin care now too.
Let me do say that your skin looks magnificent.
If a bump come out of nowhere, I'm just like, I do not. I'll be really like, I got those little stickers you can get on Shein to cover them up. Somebody, I went to work the other day, went all over, and one of my patients was like, I thought it was like a statement or something you were trying to make. There were stars, and I was like, my statement is I don't want y'all to see my pimples. That's it. They're very ugly, and I want to hide them. That's it. No statement. But definitely, I definitely can see the how hard life already be, and then somebody coming in like that's what I be trying to tell people about how important it is to, if somebody's not pouring into you, to just let them go, because life is already hard in itself. You already balancing out all this heavy stuff. Like I be imagining like you got a bunch of books in your arm and somebody coming in and adding more books onto it. Your back hurt and your shoulders hurt and everything hurt. I already got a lot going on. Can you at least can you take some books off?
Yeah.
Give me a little summary on the books maybe.
So let me ask y'all this: how important is it to have a venting partner? One that's listening, not trying to give you advice. Maybe even one that like gives their own story of something they went through similar, just so that you know you're not alone. How important it is to have somebody
that's
like
definitely
that.
important, especially if they always in your space. That's definitely important. I'm going through it in myself. I can't, because you cannot give to somebody else properly if you you can't give to yourself right now. I'm like, my emotions is low. Like, if we talk in terms of Sims, all your stuff is real low. Imagine somebody coming and needing from you. You want me to conversate and joke with you and stuff right now, and my stuff is low. You know, so I think that's like,
my jar is already empty. I can't give you anything else.
I guess you just really got to establish boundaries with that. Like, if you know you just can't give, you just gonna honestly have to tell them straight up, hey, I'm not in the space right now to be either letting you vent to me, or you can't vent to me right now because I'm already empty.
Yeah, because you know what I didn't know for a long time was that venting to somebody is I'm actually pouring something on you.
Yes,
literally,
exactly.
Because when you're getting vented to, you realize you actually thinking of solutions and stuff for them. You actually welcoming their issues and finding solutions too, because that's why they burdened, because they can't find a solution. Yeah. So I'm taking I never really, for a long time, I just wanted somebody to listen to me.
Yeah.
And I think too, as a listener, is figuring out when somebody just want to be listened to.
That's when you tell them, hey, I don't need any advice or your help with this. I just need somebody to talk
and
to.
That's something that need to be learned kind of fast in life, is being able to set boundaries,
and
being able to be like, hey, because I be feeling scared to hurt. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings even a little bit. I really don't. I don't want to be like, I don't like that, and you be like, oh, because I know what it feels like.
You might do that to somebody that rather you let them know now than find out later. You know what I'm saying? That's me. Tell me. I don't care if my feelings get hurt. Let me know, because it's gonna get hurt worse later if I find out later. You know what I mean?
And I definitely want everybody to be comfortable. I'm a big communicator. I prefer you tell me and we talk about it. Even if I'm indifferent about it, we can, talk about it and come to. So that boundaries is like important in every aspect. I mean, like, even friendships, it's important even in the workplace. Even if it's like you and your boss, if he talking you kind of like out of order, like you one of his offsprings or something, it's like really important to be like, I don't really like it. Frustrates me when you say this and that, or it frustrates me when you do this and that. But back to the partner stuff, I think that it's also important too, because if y'all are planning to grow into marriage too, in the dating phase, it's so important to like
be able to communicate,
because that's important. If y'all are planning to have kids too and stuff like that, communication is so important right now for the baby.
Not communicating can cause so many problems, so many different problems. I think you could have just said it. Could have just said one thing. All these problems would have never happened.
And then comprehension too, because that's something somebody brought up recently to me about it. Just saying, communication is key. Communication is key. Yeah. Comprehension is key too. You also have to understand that when you're talking to somebody, they got to be able to take it. People setting boundaries also be tough, because you can set a boundary and somebody take it personal. That's another thing people do easily, is take everything personal. It's setting boundaries be kind of sticky when it comes to somebody being like, I'm used to doing this, and you telling me.
So do you think giving up on talking to a person is an option? Like, oh, they never gonna understand, I'm gonna just stop trying to talk. You think that's a bad quality in somebody?
No, I don't think you should want to give up. I feel like I have that nature to me that personally believe that you can get to the bottom. I just got to figure out how you think. I think
I'm a give up person. I thought that's what you were saying.
No, I just got to figure out.
I'm already terrible at communicating. Well, not communicating, but like conversation. So if I feel like I'm not getting through to you at all, and I have no idea what else I can say for you to understand, it's just like, what do you do?
I think that at a point you should give up, because like I was saying about the pouring into somebody, and then if they taking out of you, I'm exhausted already, and I'm constantly explaining the same thing to you over and over. I can't see that, but I'm thinking more so like, if it's like I'm trying to get you to understand me, we can dumb this down. We can reduce this all the way to the bottom. Where are you confused at? So we can help. I can help you understand there. But I definitely do think at a point, if you pouring in and ain't getting nothing out of it, and they actually not putting in an effort to try to understand, I definitely do see giving up. But I really think that if somebody really want to understand you, they're gonna try to understand you.
Okay, that's a good answer. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna ask each of us one quick question, and we can end it like that. Favorite movie?
My I'm so indecisive when it comes to favorite movies. Like, it depends on what category. That's what I have to. I feel like every week.
Favorite action movie?
John Wick.
Oh, that's a great answer.
John Wick.
That is a great
It don't matter
answer.
which John Wick. Any John Wick, I love John Wick.
Any of the Transformers.
What?
That's also a good
I
answer.
love Transformers.
Okay, action movie.
Have you watched all the Transformers?
Yes.
I'm gonna take it old school and go with the Hulk.
Hulk.
The Hulk. The one where he fighting the dogs, the mutated dogs and stuff. That one go hard. It's one of my favorite movies. Yeah.
You didn't even say Superman. You said Hulk.
The Hulk, bro.
Okay.
That's the first time I've ever really seen the Hulk too. So that was a good impression on me. Very
Didn't
good
leave a good impression on me.
Yeah. Girl, oh man, let's not even get to that. But okay, but that's everything. I mean, that's our first episode.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all.
Yeah, it was. I feel like it was a good first episode. Y'all let us know what y'all think. Give us y'all opinions on the things we talked about today. Throw in what y'all favorite action movie is. And
Definitely subscribe and stay active and ready.
yes, and share with some people that y'all think will like this too. But thank you guys, and we're out. We'll see you next episode.
Bye.